My name is Michael Henderson, and I'm the CTO for Talent Inc. And that's a company that has consumer brands around Top Resume and Top CV and Top Interview. And we basically help job seekers by helping them improve how they present themselves. As a CTO, recruiting fits very high into my priorities. I think of my job as to ship software and expand capacity of the development team. So that expanding the capacity of the development team can take a lot of different forms. It can be making the code run faster or automating systems, but it can also be adding engineers to the team. And so it's not always the highest task that I have every week, but it's in my task for the week almost every single week. My main criticisms of the current state of the hiring in the software industry is that we tend to focus more on minutia and skills assessment testing, right? And I think that's one that's, it's high stakes, so it makes people very nervous. It's also very artificial to what the software development process is about, right? Some of the process isn't a lot about syntax or, knowing a specific API. I don't really care if people can Google stuff effectively, right? Because everybody can do that. And so I want to get a sense of more of can they solve problems effectively and, not necessarily been exposed to something in particular, because they'll pick that up from the rest of the team. There's a great quote from the book Peopleware is would you hire a juggler without seeing if they can juggle? So, but it tends to be a pretty rudimentary one just to get a sense of yes, somebody is writing code on a daily basis and they can comfortably answer a few questions about that. And then I like to combine that with something where the candidate walks me through a complicated process or a project that they've worked from in the past. And that kind of really hits a couple of different points. One of them is how is their communication skills? Can they explain to me something that's complex for a domain that I haven't been exposed to, and understand how it's tied to the business proposition, right? Because I always want developers to understand, that beyond just the technology, that they're having an impact on the business. But also go through that technical assessments, and I really like when people are frank about when stuff has gone right and when stuff has gone wrong, and what they would have done to fix it. Because I find that the best engineers are, they're always kind of reevaluating their new learning against their past learning, and what would I have done different about that? And so that also is evidence of an introspection and somebody that is, they're not just punching a clock around what's going on with the technology around them, and having a sense of how they fit into the wider ecosystem.